Three bills we passed before leaving Washington were H.R. 1229, 1230, and 1231, which were three drilling bills that said we're watching prices at the pump go up, we're watching consumers in China and India buy more and more oil on the global markets. We see where this is headed long term, and we must drill here and drill now. I get to tell folks that as Southerners, we're as green as anybody out there. We have more green space than folks in the Northeast do. We do more fishing than folks in the Northeast do. We have that, I'd call it an ingrained thing now. That's nice about speaking in Walton County, because more folks are actually from this part of the world than all of the folks who've moved down from New England to Gwinnett County. We're welcome to have it. Bring all your money, tell all your retired friends, bring your money, move down to Walton County. We've got space for you. But for me, it's a national security issue. It's not an environmental issue. The day that America produces all the energy that America needs, I'm going to be the first one to sign up to say, let's talk about wind, and let's talk about solar, and let's talk about all of the other alternatives that you want to talk about. And we're still doing those things now. The largest producer of high efficiency photovoltaic cells, those solar cells, is in Duluth, right here in Georgia. But we've only got two vehicles on the market now that don't use gas. There's the Honda Civic, which has a compressed natural gas version. And if you live in the 15-county metropolitan area like we do, there are two gas stations. So your 300-mile tank doesn't get you quite as far or as functional as it needs to be. And the Chevy Volt, if you happen to be a GM retiree, maybe you're able to get your name on the list, but for the rest of us, the Volt's not in production yet in a way that we can make use of it. So what are we going to do? We've got to use petroleum today. That's the last thing we did before we got out of town. What we're getting ready to start doing is talking about some spending priorities. It's talking about the debt ceiling, which, as you know, is something that we passed in a technical sense on Monday, but we're not going to reach in a functional sense until August the 2nd. And so that's what the summer's going to be spent working through. And the President's indicated he didn't want to start having serious discussions about it until the middle of July. So I don't know what that means for us. We're going to try to twist his arm on that. But isn't that the way government is? Wait until the crisis is right on your doorstep and then do something about it. Why in the world plan ahead and try